When the mess hall exploded, Specialist Jamie Chen was in the kitchen cooking. The blast was so powerful it shook the entire base. Walls cracked, windows shattered, people were screaming. Jamie put down the knife, removed the apron, and walked to that small storage room under the mess hall, the room nobody knew about. When she opened the door, what she saw inside wasn't kitchen supplies, tactical gear, weapons, communications equipment, and on the wall, a photograph. Jamie Chen, 8 years ago. Different uniform, different name. "Guess the vacation's over," she whispered. Then the base commander's voice came over the radio. "All units, we have 200-plus hostiles breaching perimeter. They know our defensive positions. Someone inside gave them intelligence. We have a mole." Jamie smiled. "Finally. Let's go hunting. Camp Resolute, Philippines. Middle of the jungle. Hot, humid. A small American base for anti-terrorism operations." Specialist Jamie Chen was in the mess hall kitchen cooking for 200 soldiers. She looked 24 years old, short, 5 feet 4 inches, 120 pounds, Asian, quiet, and completely invisible. It had been exactly 6 months since she arrived at Camp Resolute, and for 6 months nobody had really looked at her, because who looks at kitchen staff? Every day was the same. Wake up at 4:30. Kitchen at 5, breakfast prep, cook for 200 soldiers, lunch prep, dinner prep, clean up, barracks at 2100 hours, sleep, repeat. There were 7 people working in the mess hall. Jamie was the quietest. Nobody talked to her. She was known as the cook girl. That Thursday at lunch, Lieutenant Brad Morrison and Alpha Team entered the mess hall. Morrison, 31 years old, Ranger qualified, 3 deployment veteran. Behind him, Sergeant Ryan Walsh, Corporal Tom Bradley, Specialist Mike Summers. They came to the serving line. Jamie was there, serving rice. Morrison held out his tray. Jamie put rice on it. No eye contact. Morrison turned to his friends. "These cooks really suck. Same food every day. Rice, chicken, beans. No different from yesterday." Walsh laughed. "Bro, these aren't culinary specialists. These are the Army couldn't find a better job for them types." "Especially that little Asian girl," Bradley added. "Specialist. What's her name? Chen? She's been here 6 months. I've never heard her speak. She probably doesn't even speak English." Summers. "I think she's a robot. Programmed, put rice, put chicken, forget to smile." They all laughed. Morrison looked at Jamie. She was still at the serving line, putting rice for the next soldier. No reaction. "See," Morrison said, "she doesn't even hear us." Completely on autopilot. These types would freeze if they saw combat. We're the real soldiers. They're just support staff. Jamie stood at the serving line, holding the rice ladle. No expression on her face. For 6 months, she'd heard the same things. Can't even speak English. Support staff. Would freeze in combat. And every time, the same reaction. Nothing. Because the rules of deep cover assignment were clear. Blend completely. Be forgettable. Don't stand out. Ever. Morrison and his team took their food and left. Jamie served rice to the next soldier, then the next, then the next. 200 soldiers. None of them saw her. Perfect. But one person had seen. Master Sergeant Linda Reeves, mess hall supervisor, 42 years old, 18-year career, sharp observer. Reeves had been watching Jamie for 6 months, and what she saw was odd. Month 1, she'd seen Jamie's knife skills, chopping vegetables, speed, precision, technique. That knife work, Reeves had thought, isn't professional chef training. It's something else, more tactical. Month 2. One night at 2200 hours, Reeves was doing late inventory. She heard noise from the storage room. She looked. Jamie, alone, lifting heavy supply boxes. 50-pound boxes, with one hand. A 5'4", 120-pound girl, Reeves had thought, shouldn't be able to lift 50-pound boxes with one hand. That strength isn't normal. Month 3. She'd seen Jamie's workstation, perfectly organized, everything precise, knives at specific angles, ingredients in specific order. Like OCD, Reeves had thought, but not OCD, military precision. Everything positioned for rapid access under stress. Month 4. There had been a base-wide security drill. Simulated attack. Sirens. Everyone panicked, soldiers running. But Jamie was calm. She immediately checked doors, looked at exits, identified cover positions. That reaction, Reeves knew, comes from combat training. Month 5. Reeves decided to test. She gave Jamie a difficult task. Tonight, VIP dinner, colonel visiting, 20-person formal meal, 2 hours. Most cooks would panic. Jamie had prepared a perfect meal in 90 minutes. But more than that, Jamie had also planned security. Ma'am, the northwest window of the dining room is exposed. Let's put a screen here. Jamie had done tactical assessment without realizing it. Month 6. Reeves cornered Jamie. Chen, where did you get your cook training? AIT, Sergeant, Advanced Individual Training. AIT doesn't teach knife skills at your level. You learned somewhere else. Jamie stopped. My father was a chef, Sergeant. I learned from him. Okay. And did your father also teach you to lift 50-pound boxes with one hand? Jamie, for the first time, eyes met Reeves's. Something flashed. Then it was gone. Personal fitness, Sergeant. Reeves smiled. Uh-huh. Okay, Chen. But know this. Whatever you are, I see you. And one day, this base will need your real skills. The intelligence report came Tuesday morning. Camp Resolute's location was critical. Southern Philippines, near Abu Sayyaf territory. Terrorist groups active. The report said, increased militant activity within 30 kilometers radius. Unusual communications patterns suggest coordinated planning. Local informants report something big coming. Recommend elevated security posture. Base commander, Colonel Patricia Hayes, read the report and dismissed it. Same warning every month for 8 months. Nothing ever happens. Abu Sayyaf attacks soft targets, villages, buses. They don't attack fortified U.S. bases. Too risky. Nobody was concerned. Camp Resolute had been secure for 2 years. Never a major attack. But when Jamie saw the report, she thought differently. That night, after Jamie closed the mess hall, she went to that secret storage room. Nobody knew about that room. It was said Jamie used it for extra supplies. But inside, tactical gear, Kevlar vest, communications equipment, night vision goggles, and weapons, M4 carbine, sidearm, knives. Jamie checked the gear, battery levels, ammo count, equipment functionality. Just routine, she thought. Old habit. But a deep cover operative's instincts don't fade on paper. Jamie picked up the M4. Weight tested it. Balance perfect. Checked sight alignment. 0 still good. Then she turned on the communications gear, scanned encrypted frequencies, listened to base radio traffic, scanned for enemy communications. Nothing unusual. Yet. Finally, she looked at the map on the wall. Camp Resolute's layout, perimeter defenses, weak points, approach routes, escape routes. All things Jamie had mentally mapped over 6 months. If there's an attack, she thought, north perimeter is weakest. Jungle dense, sensor coverage limited. They'll come from there. She hid the gear again, locked the room, returned to barracks. The next week, the report came again. More urgent. Militant activity significantly increased. Drone surveillance detected 100-plus personnel gathering 15 kilometers south. Heavy weapons observed. Attack probability elevated from low to medium. Colonel Hayes read the report at the staff meeting. Double perimeter guards, increase patrols. But don't panic. Militants might be bluffing. Show of force. They won't actually attack. Jamie was in the mess hall doing dinner prep. But the radio was on. She was listening to base communications. Morrison and his team came in. For food. Morrison loudly. These intelligence reports are bullshit. They say medium threat. Nothing's going to happen. Abu Sayyaf doesn't have the guts to attack a U.S. base. Walsh. Agreed. Overreaction. Analysts looking for job justification. Bradley. Wish something would happen. We've been bored here for 6 months. I want to see real action. Summers. Careful what you wish for, bro. They all laughed. Jamie stood at the serving line, putting rice. No reaction. But mentally, she was taking notes. Morrison. Overconfident. Walsh. Dismissive. Bradley. Inexperienced. Eager. Summers. Slightly more cautious. Alpha Team took their food and left. Jamie served rice to the next soldier. But in her head, she was running scenarios. Attack from north. Breach perimeter. First target, command center. Second, communications. Third, armory. Mess hall, low priority. Perfect place to operate from. Track 1, Jamie's preparation. Over the next 2 weeks, Jamie subtly prepared. She mentally optimized the mess hall layout. If attack comes, this table provides cover. That window is escape route. Kitchen has multiple exits. She reorganized her knives differently. This position, rapid access, under stress. Reeves noticed but didn't comment. She updated storage room gear, fresh batteries, ammo recount, comms test, and most importantly, every day she walked the base. Morning jog, she said. But really, perimeter assessment, guard patterns, weak points, blind spots. Track 2, threat growth. Intel reports came weekly, each more urgent. Week 2, militants 10 kilometers south. Number increased to 150 plus. Week 3, 8 kilometers south. Heavy weapons confirmed. RPGs, mortars, .50 caliber. Week 4, communications intercept. Operation planned for next new moon. New moon in 6 days. Colonel Hayes saw every report, but minimal reaction. Enhanced patrols. Extra guards. But still, attack probability is low. They're just posturing. Track 3, mole signals. Jamie noticed something. In week 2, during dinner service at the mess hall, a soldier, Private Dawson, asked unusual questions. Chen, are you here at the same time every day? Yes. What time does breakfast prep start? 04:30. And can you see the command center from here? Jamie stopped. Why are you asking? Dawson, nervous. Oh, just curious. Thanks. In week 3, Dawson came again. This time, different questions. Where does the kitchen's back exit lead to? Storage area. And is the storage area close to the perimeter? Jamie, now suspicious. Yes. Why? Dawson. No reason. Just safety concerns. Jamie made a mental note. Dawson. Too many questions. Wrong questions. Possible mole. In week 4, Jamie watched Dawson, and what she saw confirmed suspicions. Dawson, late at night, near the perimeter fence, talking on the phone with someone. Light flashing. Morse. Signal. Jamie immediately reported to Reeves. Sergeant Private Dawson's suspicious behavior. Reeves. You sure? Yes. Unusual questions. Night signals. Possible mole. Reeves, skeptical. Chen, you're a cook. Intelligence assessment isn't your job. I know, Sergeant, but something's wrong. Trust me. Reeves looked at her. In that moment, Reeves realized, I actually know who you really are now. Okay, I'll report it. But before she could report, it was too late. The attack started at 2:45. New moon. Total darkness. Perfect attack conditions. The first sign wasn't an explosion. Silent breach. North perimeter fence. Cut. Quietly. Then simultaneously, attacks began from 6 points. RPGs. Command center hit. Communications tower collapsed. Generator facility exploded. Jamie in the barracks woke instantly. That sound, RPG explosion, unmistakable. 2 seconds dressed, 5 seconds armed, 10 seconds outside. But she went to the mess hall, not the barracks bunker, because at the mess hall there was that secret room. She opened the storage room, took the gear, Kevlar vest, tactical rig, M4, sidearm communications, 30 seconds, complete transformation, Specialist Jamie Chen, cook, was gone. In her place, someone else. She turned on comms. Encrypted frequency. Listen to base traffic. All units, multiple breaches, north, east, west perimeters. Estimate 200+ hostiles. They knew our defensive positions. Mole confirmed. Colonel Hayes' voice. QRF mobilize. Hold command center. Protect armory. Explosion. Colonel's transmission cut. Then another voice. Panicked. Command center down. Colonel wounded. Communications compromised. We need backup. Jamie assessed the situation. Command down. Comms compromised. 200 hostiles. Inside knowledge. Coordinated assault. And realized this isn't an amateur attack. Professional military operation. Someone trained them. Someone gave them everything. On the radio, Morrison's voice. Alpha team engaging east perimeter. Taking heavy fire. We need support. Jamie made a decision. She left the mess hall, but not like a normal soldier. Tactical movement. Cover to cover. Silent. Fast. She went to the east perimeter. The east perimeter was chaos. Alpha team. Morrison, Walsh, Bradley, Summers, pinned down. 40+ hostiles advancing. Heavy fire. Morrison on radio. We can't hold. Falling back. But the retreat route was cut off. They were surrounded. Jamie, 100 meters away, from an elevated position, assessed. 4 friendlies, 40+ hostiles. Hostiles advancing from 3 directions. Alpha team, 2 minutes before overrun. A normal soldier would call for backup. Wait for QRF. Jamie raised her rifle. First shot, 80 meters. Hostile leader, headshot, dropped. Second shot, 0.5 seconds later. Second hostile, center mass, dropped. Third, fourth, fifth shots. 3 more hostiles, all dropped. 5 shots, 3.5 seconds, 5 kills. Morrison shocked. Who's firing? Identify. Jamie didn't answer, just kept shooting. Systematic, calculated, every shot precise, every target dropped. The hostiles were confused. Where's the fire coming from? They couldn't see Jamie. Dark position, flash suppressor, perfect concealment. 15 shots, 15 kills, 25 hostiles remaining. They started retreating. Jamie switched to semi-auto, rapid fire, suppressive. Morrison's team used the opportunity. Advanced, engaged. Together, 2 minutes, position secured. Morrison breathing heavily. Whoever that was, thank you. You saved our asses. Jamie emerged from the shadows. Morrison stunned. Chen. Jamie nonchalant. Hey, Lieutenant, how was dinner? Morrison speechless. You. How? What? Jamie. We don't have time to talk. Command center down. Colonel wounded. Comms compromised. And there's a mole inside. Walsh. Mole? Who? Private Dawson. He gave them everything. Defensive positions, patrol patterns, weak points. Bradley. How do you know? Jamie. Because I've been observing him for 3 weeks. And right now, Dawson's probably heading to the armory to give the enemy the weapons. Morrison. Wait. You're not just a cook, are you? Jamie looked at him. For the first time, full truth showed. Lieutenant, being a cook has been just cover for 6 months. My real job, classified. But right now, I need to secure the armory. Coming. Morrison still shocked, but fuck yes. Lead the way. The approach to the armory was dangerous. Direct route, open ground exposed. Jamie, indirect route, through mess hall, storage tunnels. Morrison, tunnels? What tunnels? Jamie, old supply tunnels. From the 1960s, decommissioned, but still accessible. Follow me. They reached the mess hall. Jamie from the kitchen opened a secret door. Behind the stove. Hidden panel. Walsh. Holy shit. We've been here 6 months. Never saw this. Jamie. Because it was designed not to be seen. Go down. The tunnel was narrow, dark, old. Jamie used night vision. The others used flashlights. 200-meter tunnel. In 3 minutes, they came out under the armory. Jamie stopped. Hand signal. Stop. She listened. Above. Voices. not Pashto, Tagalog, Filipino, local militants, and one American voice, Dawson. Ammo here, C4 explosives there, weapon cache over there, take it all. Militant leader, good work, Private. Your payment, as promised, Dawson. Just get me out of here before the base realizes, Jamie whispered to the team. 4 hostiles upstairs plus Dawson. On my signal, non-lethal on Dawson, need him for intel. Lethal on others. Morrison nodded. Jamie counted down. 3, 2, 1. The trapdoor burst open. Jamie, first through. 2 shots, 2 militants dropped. Morrison second, 1 shot. Third militant down. Walsh, 4th militant aimed weapon. Jamie flying kick. Weapon flew. Hostile down. 5 seconds. 4 hostiles neutralized. Dawson frozen. Hand reaching for sidearm. Jamie, M4 aimed at his head. Don't. Dawson stopped. Morrison, you fucking traitor. How much did they pay you? Dawson scared. You don't understand. They have my family. They threaten. Jamie, bullshit. We checked your background. No family in Philippines. Try again. Dawson, okay. $50,000. They paid $50,000 for base intel. Bradley, you sold us out for money? Jamie calmly, how many attacks? Just this one. Dawson silent. Jamie stepped closer. I'll ask once more. How many? Dawson, 2. This one and another one coming. Tomorrow night. Bigger force. 400 plus militants. This attack was a distraction. Test our response. The real attack, tomorrow. Morrison, Jesus Christ. We need to report this. Jamie, report to who? Comms down. Colonel wounded. Chain of command broken. Walsh, then what do we do? Jamie smiled, cold. We finish this attack. Secure the base. Then prepare for tomorrow. And Dawson here will tell us everything he told them. The attack lasted another 40 minutes. But under Jamie's leadership, the tide turned. By 4:30, base secured. 60 enemies killed in action, 15 captured. American casualties, 12 wounded, 2 dead. Colonel Hayes, wounded but alive, emerged from the ruins. Who coordinated the defense? Morrison. Chen. Ma'am. The cook? Yes, ma'am, but she's not just a cook. Briefing room. Dawn light through broken windows. Hayes. Chen. Explain your background. Jamie. My operational call sign was Ghost. 6 years Special Activities Division, Deep Cover Operations, Southeast Asia, 73 missions, Counter-terrorism, Counterintelligence, Direct Action. Hayes. Stunned. Why are you here as a cook? Transition program, ma'am. 6 months low-profile duty to reintegrate. Don't reveal background unless base faces existential threat. Tonight qualified. Morrison. That's why you never reacted to what we said. Jamie. Part of the assignment, sir. Hayes. This second attack Dawson mentioned, you believe him? Yes, ma'am. 400 plus militants tomorrow night. We need full defensive prep. Hayes. As of now, you're acting tactical commander. Prepare this base. The next day, Jamie transformed the base, reinforced defenses, optimized positions, trained every soldier. Morrison. Chen, I need to apologize for everything I said. Jamie. Unnecessary, Lieutenant. You didn't know. Walsh. 15 shots, 15 kills in darkness. How? 10,000 hours of practice, Walsh. The second attack came at 2,300 hours, 400 plus militants. But Camp Resolute was ready. Under Jamie's coordination, the base held 6 hours of combat. Enemy retreated. By dawn, American victory. 8 more wounded. No KIA. Enemy 150 plus KIA. 40 captured. 2 weeks later, Colonel Hayes gave Jamie 2 options. Return to special activities or stay as combat instructor. Jamie looked at the base rebuilding, soldiers training with her techniques. Ma'am, can I do both? Instructor in mornings, cook in evenings. Hayes laughed. Deal. 6 months later, Camp Resolute was different. Jamie's training program was base-wide mandatory. And Jamie? Still a cook. Still in the kitchen at 4:30. Morrison at serving line. Chef Chen, what's today's menu? Adobo. Filipino specialty. Tactical exercise tonight at 1800. Be ready. Reeves asked, miss operational life? Jamie sharpening knife. Sometimes. But for 6 years, 73 missions, I saved lives in the moment. Now, I train soldiers who'll save lives forever. 73 missions versus thousands trained. Math is easy. Every day, 200 soldiers see that small Asian woman at the serving line. Quiet, not smiling. But now they know. Invisible doesn't mean powerless. Quiet doesn't mean weak. Underestimated, most dangerous. Jamie Chen, ghost, cook, instructor, legend. Because sometimes the most powerful thing is what nobody sees coming. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more untold military stories.